Hey, everybody. It's another episode of the Blathering Live 278, an ongoing series of me versus my soul. We're live on a Saturday. We call these silly Saturdays, though I will admit I don't have much planned for tonight. Producer Steve should be joining us here in a bit. He's got to put the kiddies to bed. So free reign tonight. You got free reign. You want to call in, become a channel member? That's one way to do it. Or become a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Napzok. I'd love to have your support over there. New episode of Pop Rockin' Radio up today. Recorded today, released today. Been busy all day. Regulars are here. Laser Blvd's here. I was secretly watching Laser Bolt fly planes last night on his YouTube channel. But I was doing it through my Sports Card ASMR channel and my regular channel to get him 2 likes and 2 views. Am I a hero? No. But I like doing that. That's it. That's where we're at. So, you guys hang out with me here. Like I don't like hangout shows. Like when you call to the show, you're on stage, okay? You call in, you're performing. I don't like to hang out, but I can barely move my neck. I've been doing tax prep all day. And the same thing happens every year. Every year, I get buried in tax prep. And as an independent contractor with an S-Corp, you're tracking 12,000 things during the year. And I have, have QuickBooks, like an old middle-aged uncle in the 90s. But I have QuickBooks tied to everything. And every year, I have this day, which will probably be 2 days, where I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Why do I not track this during the year? I could do it just monthly. I could do it monthly. And so last year, I was like, nuts to this. We're going to be better. We're going to be prepared for the 2026 tax season. I'm putting a calendar reminder every 30 days to get into that QuickBooks, and I'm gonna balance my books. I did it 2 times in 2025, and so now today, you're doing the thing where you're like, all right, $9.99 through PayPal. Was that an app, or did I buy something? Did I buy some food? What? Because if it's food, I can't write it off. But if it's an app, it's a business expense. So and I since 10 this morning. Tell them what time is it? 4:33 in the greatest time zone in the world. 4:20, giggity. I was doing my taxes, so I'm exhausted today. But I wanted to come hang out with you all here. Physics buddy Joe says, finally paid someone to do our taxes here. Basically came up breaking even. Yeah, I have a tax guy. I have to have him for personal and business. He raised his prices this year. I every year it's a loss, right? Every year, but he saves me because if I didn't, I could do the TurboTax stuff too. I used to do that when I had the easy jobs when I was 9 to 5, and well, there you go. But the last year I was at Collider, I learned this lesson. Last year I was at Collider, I also had a part-time gig, kind of independent contractually through Anchor, when the Anchor hired me to do Daily Thrones. And that was only $600 a month. And that ended up costing me so much goddamn money that I did my taxes. I was at my parents' house doing this, like, I'll do TurboTax. I'm visiting my folks. So, boom, tears down my face. Tears down my face. So, hired a tax guy. I'm an S-Corp. I'm my own business. And that saves me a lot of money because there's so many tax loopholes. I guess God bless it. We all can try to be Bezos. But my tax guy's great. I don't know. We're just talking about taxes. This is fucking boring shit, but it's on my mind. And my tax guy's great. I don't know if I think I should have been audited at some point because I don't even know what he does. It's 20 minutes virtually. He's like, how you doing? You had a good year? Okay, cool. You're done. And every year I have to pay. Every year I have to pay $800 to the state of California to be a business, which is fine. And then I have to pay him the largest amount of money. So I don't know. How about this? Maybe we just don't pay taxes this year. Maybe we just don't pay taxes. So, look at this generous super. Look at this. Say who says. The super chat. That is an amazing super. You all get to ask me anything. A $99.99 super chat. Amazing. I hope this is a tax write-off. No, but it will be income. It'll be income that I'll have to report in 2027 and pay taxes on. But that's fine. This is generous. This is amazing. There we go. Okay. Jeannie from Deanie says, as an American living abroad, I live in panic till 15th of April. Taxes are a nightmare. They're a nightmare. They're a nightmare. Oh, my God. And am I an S Corp? No, or an escort, says Dave Mackay? Maybe. So Alan Smith, he says, let's not pay our taxes here and see what happens. I'm game to try this. I don't know if my tax guy, say who says I meant for me. If for you it is. Yeah, it's a tax write-off for you to a charity, you donated to a lost puppy, just wandering the land, you paid for food. All right. What's on your mind today? Oh, Kingsport Cal. You know what? Kingsport Cal just gifted 5 memberships. It was Kingsport Cal's birthday this past week, and I think I forgot to say something on Thursday. So I want to give a sincere, happy belated birthday to Kingsport Cal, who, as you all know, has been one of my longest, most dedicated supporters since the Schmoes days. And since his famous call where he called in and we discovered that we both love Tennessee. And he's one of my favorites. And I love his calls. And I love the way he gets pissed about breakfast sandwiches. And I love the way he says Keen. And it's my favorite thing. And Kingsport Cal, happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday, my friend. Let's all wish happy birthday to Kingsport Cal. Let's take some calls. He doesn't call in as much as we'd like, so I'm going to take him first. Alan Smithy, my gray bearded brother, is here. Alan, how are you?
I am fantastic today, Ken. How are you doing today?
You know, despite my ranting of the taxes, I'm okay. I had 4 eggs for breakfast. It was a good day. I won a crown on Fortnite. It was a good morning. You know what I mean?
All right, crowning it up.
Going to Crown Town.
I am enjoying my day before my birthday. And I am also here to wish you a happy upcoming birthday. You and I both have about the same amount of years on this rotating ball.
Yeah.
The same amount of planetary rotations. We'll say.
This is the big one for you, huh? The big one?
Well, you know, the assumption, Ken, and I'm going to depress the shit if you got, excuse me, the heck out, is that, you know, the big one indicates that this would be halfway. I don't think I'm really going to make it to the big 100, but we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Be good. Happy early birthday. So you could help me. We are approaching the same birthday. Mine's on April 19th. We are going to do a birthday blather stream. We're going to have fun with that. I don't have currently anything planned. Not one thing planned to celebrate my birthday other than the blather stream, which will be fun. But what have you got for your birthday? Are you doing anything? Are people asking you to do anything? How are you approaching this big one?
You know, I sadly should go to the movie theater way more than I do. I actually work in theatrical exhibition, but my thing is 35 millimeter film. But I think I might break that tomorrow and head to the theater and watch Project Hail Mary. Because that movie looks like the kind of movie I want to see in the theater. So,
yeah, it looks great, and everyone who I know has seen it has absolutely loved it. And I think I love Gosling, and my love of Gosling will overcome my loathing of Lord and Miller. But and I like that Little Rock looks neat. I didn't read the books. Did you read the books, Alan?
No, I did not read the book, but my dad read it, and I think he gave me a copy, so I might have it somewhere around here.
Well, that's good. You should celebrate your birthday. You're a movie-going expert. How do you how would it be different? Would you do something special since it's your birthday?
Right before the movie starts, I'm going to stand up and yell, "It's my birthday!" And we'll see if anyone in the theater says, "Shut the hell up!" or
you might be escorted out. It could be a good way to celebrate your birthday.
Right. A real Hail Mary pass on that way. But,
absolutely.
No, I mean, you know, I, like you, Ken, probably am not like exploding on my birthday all the time. And, you know, sometimes it's just nice it's on a weekend and I don't have to work, you know. So, hey, that's
mine. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Mine is on Easter this week. So we'll do an egg hunt or something, or we'll all have scrambled eggs or, Easter egg Cadbury's with chocolate. We'll have eggs in the morning, Cadbury eggs, and then we'll go to church.
All right. You and the Easter Bunny have the same birthday. Awesome.
Right. Or this year, at least.
I was going to say, is that Jesus' birthday? And I'm like, no, the other holiday is Jesus' birthday. On this holiday, Jesus had a less than satisfactory day.
Right. Oh, wait. Sorry. Addie's reminding me Easter is next Sunday. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Someone, you know what's fun? I got confused. Someone and I were talking, and they were like, "Oh, your birthday's on Easter this year," and it got in my head that it's on Easter. It's not. It's not. Addie's right. So guess what? No eggs on my birthday, everybody. No eggs on my birthday.
You can have an egg McMuffin if you want.
I can't. I'm too old for egg McMuffins, Alan. Yeah. Alan, that's one of the foods I can't have anymore. Do you have a list of foods you're losing as you turn this next decade?
You know, I don't want to. I actually have been doing better in my most recent life with the food situation. So I'm actually losing weight and eating much less.
Good for you.
I drink coffee in the morning. I hit up a big lunch, and then I don't eat a major dinner. I usually have like a taco, and then I snack and things like that. So anyway.
I'm kind of switching to that, the bigger midday meal. Sometimes I'm ending my night with just a little bowl of cottage cheese and blueberries. I'm like a grandpa in a home. I'm just settling into that. And then lately, because the outlet store had them on a $1.99 discount, I've been having pudding while I'm playing Fortnite. I am turning 77, Alan.
Awesome. Hey, it's easy to digest, and that's the whole point. You could drink it through a straw if you wanted to.
If you need to.
Well,
have you switched to Ensure yet? Are we having a vitamin-enriched liquid?
I have had Ensures before, and I did buy a few recently. You know, there's Huel. There's another YouTube group I won't mention because I know you're all in competition with each other, but they talk about Huel, which is this thing called human fuel. And it's similar to Ensure, but it's a little more hip.
I've seen the Huel ads. Yes. Congratulations to that channel for having the sponsorship, I'm assuming.
Can I ask you, Ken, is hip any longer? Does that word even mean the same thing? Because that's not really a very recent word, and I use it all the time, and I think it's the least hip word that there is.
Hip? Yeah. You know what? I'll tell you what. I think hip lost its power when Dr. Evil started making fun of it in Austin Powers, which is, one of my favorite comedic moments on film. But I think that turned it into, I'm hip, I'm cool, tucka, 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 tucka. It became like a thing that people were like, oh, the word hip. Yeah, I think it's long gone, which means it might be back in power.
See, I'm just trying to keep it. It wouldn't be bringing it back for me. It would be never went away. But anyway, what's the new word, though? What's the new replacement word? We can't just say cool. No one says rad. What's the word?
That you're please in chat. We'll have our youth correspondents, maybe Brady, because I think it changes so fast. And then by the time I start to say a word, because I picked up on it, I think it's over. I think it's over. You know what I mean? Like once it finds its way to us, we're done. So you and I got to bring back words. We got to stick to the words we know and bring them back again.
Addie just put the word fleek in there, and I've never heard that word, so that probably is the right word. Fleek.
It's up there.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But Steve's right. That's already like 10 years old. David McCall's right. Based. Yeah, that stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Physics buddy Joe says my kids just say bruh. I think that might work. I'll have to get Brian Tiller, lead singer of the Moon Angels, in here because he has two kids, 19, I believe, roughly. He'll probably could tell us the words.
Sure.
With the words that are there.
Right.
Appreciate them. All right, Alan.
Hey, can I say one thing before you go? I'm a huge Schmodown fan, even though that world is over. And I thought recently, and I remembered that the first Schmodown match I ever saw was the Force Bros versus the Jedi Council back in the old days with you and I forget the other people's names. Whitwer. It
was Freddie Jr. Yep. Yeah. It was Freddie, Whitwer, me, and another guy. Yeah. It was. I think that's one of the early.
Yeah.
Collider Schmodown memories I have.
Right. And, that was the first one. I think I was watching Rise of Skywalker videos, and somehow the algorithm directed me to that. And that's how it began.
Which had already been a few years old by then, but that's great. But you fell in love with it there. I'm trying.
All you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think I'm locking them in, but I think Adam and Marisol are going to be on the show soon to play. Oh, I know this. We're talking, so we'll have a little bit of schmo down over here.
Ken, I did a match against those two very people once in Harloff's Patreon. I beat Adam, and I took Marisol 9 questions into sudden death, and then I lost.
That's good. Yeah, they're here because they still do their Champs on Film channel, and I enjoyed both of them. I think I eventually apologized. I'll say this on the show too. I think I eventually apologized to Adam because I felt I was very distant from everybody towards the end of the Schmodown, especially if they were like fan competitors that had come in. I wasn't there mentally. In fact, I saw a Reddit thread where people were like making fun of my announcing. They're like, Ken had the far away stares. Like, yeah, I didn't want to be there. And so I felt I was a little cold to some of the folks that were coming in a little bit later. Eventually, Adam and Marisol, spent some time with them. I think they're just wonderful people. And I'm looking forward to having them on the show here.
Sure. You were too fleek for them. Anyway.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you for having me again, Ken. And I'll talk to you later.
Happy birthday, Adam. There, love that. Yeah, so I guess I just got to return an email. That's all. It's all on me. I got an email. I got a response today on Instagram. There you go. Hey, I'm confirming it now. Feel free to email. Yep, we're gonna make this happen. So if you're a Schmodown fan and you like Adam Collins and Marisol McKee, you can go ahead and get excited because they'll be here on the Blathering, and we'll do more of that. Eli's a youth. Eli should tell us what words are cool. He says lit around 2015. Yeah, see, it's already 10 years. That's the problem. Like I bought into Addie saying fleek because it seems so new, but then time flies so fast. We're already like 13 years past that. There you go. Let's take a call here. Producer Steve will be joining us. I have nothing planned today. So you know what? We got a very generous super chat today, so there you go. The goal's hit. You guys can ask me something. Not anything, just ask me something. Today's your day. King Sport Cow. Lazy Bolt says, let's make Blat happen. I like that. I'm on board. For 1 year in high school, I tried to make Ford C. Frick a swear word. Oh, my God. What's the sound? That's Jared choking. Hi, buddy.
Listen.
You're not on your microphone. I'll just tell you that much.
There it is. Okay. I was like, hang on. How the hell did he hear me? The light was turned off.
Yeah, you got to check them settings, buddy. But I hope you're okay. That sounded very, very thick.
Oh, just, 420. You said the words. So
take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit. All right, buddy. Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, shit. I'm all thrown off. I don't even know. Oh. Here's a random fun fact. You know what happens in November? Voyager 1 is will be officially one light day away from Earth.
Voyager 1.
Yep, the satellite we launched in 77.
77. I remember. Yep. I was there. I was 1 year old.
Officially left the the solar system in 2016. And in November of this year, it'll be one light day away. So light from the sun will take a full 24 hours to reach Voyager 1.
Okay, so when it gets on that day in November, we should have, or that week, we should have a Blathering celebration. Maybe do a retrospection of the Voyager's life and times, and just kind of pay tribute.
Yeah, I know. I'm stealing your shit right now, Addy. Sorry.
We'll do everyone there. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What? What do you think the Voyager is taking photos with up there? Like a Polaroid? What do we got? An Instamatic?
Oh God!
When's the last photo we've gotten from the Voyagers?
As it was when it passed Pluto. As far as I know, I'd have to double check this, but they turned it around, and took the what's known as the pale blue dot photo. So it faced the entire solar system and took a picture of everything.
Right.
But I don't think it's sent a photo since then. Let's put it this way. It should not still be working, but it is. So go Voyager 1.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like Pong. It's like someone's like, I'm going to play Pong. I'm going to find this out. When was the last photo from Voyager 1. Last picture there. Oh, there you go. Google knew I was searching that. God bless AI. The pale blue dot, February 14th, 1990. 1990. See, the thing for me is, we're all kind of, my listenership is relatively in the same ages and generations. That was like, I grew up with like that being like one of the coolest space things. Space shuttles and all that kind of stuff, disasters aside, that was it. But like, we all knew the Voyager was out there. Right. You know, it was out there spying on us.
I mean, the first Star Trek movie, Voyager 1 was the villain, quote unquote.
Right.
Voyager.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
I'm not surprised.
I've seen parts of it. Hey, no, let me ask. Hold on. Star Trek 2, great film. I've seen Star Trek 3. I saw it in the theater. Star Trek 4, loved it. Saw it in the theater, life-changing for Kenny. And then when I went to Monterey Bay Aquarium about a year later, I felt like I met celebrities when I saw those whales there. 5, I never saw. I've never seen 5 all the way through. I've seen the Yosemite sequence.
You don't need to see 5 all the way through. That's okay.
And 6, I love. I think when I like 8. First Contact's a great film.
Yes, no, First Contact's great.
What's your thoughts on Generations?
Generations is fun. I think it felt more like a made-for-TV movie, movie. But right. I think it was a great idea. I like the fact that they got everybody together for one adventure like that. But it was cute. It was
okay. Cute. Yeah, I like Kirk's death. It was good. Anyways, yeah. I might be leading you down a path you don't want to go.
I love space and Star Trek. Those are my things.
Okay. Well, was that your question? What's on your mind? Is that you just want to talk about the space?
Space is always fun. I mean, space is the place. We got to get off this rock. We fucked it up enough. Let's leave behind all the get out of my country people here. We can go off. Find
I don't disagree with this. I don't disagree with you. But where are you taking the first flight out?
Sign me up. Let's do this. Why not?
But like,
you got Wi-Fi on the ship? Can I still call into the show?
Yeah, it's just like if we establish something on Mars, it ain't gonna be this, right? It's gonna be we're gonna look like we live in biodomes, and we're not gonna be able to go. You're not gonna go for a walk.
You know what?
Mars.
I have. You can look up much smarter people than me who have talked about this, but I'm not for. I mean, don't get me wrong. Let's go to Mars. We're gonna do our thing on Mars. It's easier, but Venus would be the place to set up a colony. Not on the surface, but Bespin style, Cloud City.
Cloud City style.
Yeah, because the thing with Mars is no atmosphere, radiation comes in. We'd have to do a lot of, just Venus, there's an actual atmosphere, so we get some protection from the sun's radiation. We're still in that Goldilocks zone, and there's a lot of good mining minerals from those clouds right there. So Bespin style all day, baby.
How do we then build floating cities over there? Do we transport them? You're not going to send like some construction team out there.
Here's the thing: you build the first one here, so this way everything's there, and then you get the supplies and the factories and whatnot. Then you blast that fucker off, get it docked, and that's the central construction yard for the rest of the cities.
Okay, all right. Look, but here's the thing: I agree with David McKay. Says there's no rock more habitable than here. The tech to make them so it would be better fixed serving here. But what that says, David McKay agrees with me. There ain't no aliens out there. There ain't no aliens. This is it. This is the only planet. I'm speaking for David. It's the only one.
The aliens are out there. We will just never fucking meet them in any time frame. Just not happening.
Sorry, it's my favorite thing to proclaim and get everyone upset. All right, Jared. Rads is right. Then begins the war between the colonies and the Earth folk all over again. I just fear I fear if we go to another planet and there's some aliens there, we're just going to repeat the history. We're just going to start this all over again.
Oh yeah, no, that's why like I said, we leave all the get out of my country people here.
Okay,
and whatnot. Just take all the cool folk.
Yeah,
we'll have a little, we'll put like Addie and you and Cal at a little council. You get to decide who's cool enough for the ship.
Okay. Can we wear big giant robes with puffy shoulder pads and like cowls?
Oh, of course. Of course. Okay. I mean, it wouldn't be official if you weren't in some manner of garb.
Yeah. Space travel's best done in garb. is what we're saying here.
You know, I mean, we love Lucas, but I'm sure there's underwear in outer space.
Maybe. I don't know if we. I don't know. So my thing is if they were like, guess what? Earth 2 is, we've got a way to get to Earth 2. As Physics Joe, Buddy Joe says in chat, we found the Pergil, and we travel this speed of light to get over there. If it was like Earth 2, literally, not like a dimension thing, but we were able to set up shop there, I might swing out there. Outside of the very dark history of Manifest Destiny and the expansion of our country, outside of the real bad problems with that, I've always had a little bit of like, what would it have been like to be a 49er and head on out and stake a claim and open up a eating house and kind of, I kind of have that little weird fantasy. You know what I mean, Jared? Like,
trust me, I have the same thoughts about like just random discoveries and inventions. Like, 420. Who was the first guy to be like, something about this bush is telling me to, dry it, crackle it up, light it on fire, and inhale it.
I mean, I think someone got in touch with the spirit world and the
exactly.
gods told them that.
The first guy to take some dough, added meat and cheese, and roll it up and say taco. I mean, who was the genius?
See, you want to, yes, these are the things you want to be present for. Exactly. And like when I watch like Deadwood, I love that show Deadwood, and when I watched like Oliphant's character setting up that shop with Sal as his buddy, I'm like, that would be kind of fun. Like Tombstone. When I watched the movie Tombstone, I'm like, what if you were like, I'm gonna get a plot of land, and I'm gonna start make a proper eating house, sawdust on the floor eating house. And the next, Napzok becomes the greatest restaurant chain in the Western, hemisphere because it started with Grandpa Kenny building a restaurant at the end of town with a log cabin kind of a motif. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh, I could easily see you doing that.
That's what I want to do.
I don't see Kenny going out in the mine. No. Kenny went on the trip, found a nice little nugget of gold on the floor, turned it into a restaurant, $1 billion idea.
Yep. That's what I definitely have had those fantasies. Now I would like a working toilet in medicine. I wouldn't want to be there for all that.
It's the little things,
Yeah, it's the little things. All right, Jared. This is your chance because I have nothing to talk about tonight. I'm relying on all of you in the audience. You can ask me something.
I can ask you. Oh my Lord, the power in my hands.
In honor of the super chat that we got from Say Who Says.
God, so when are we watching DS9 together, buddy? When are we doing that stream?
Well, I owe you all the pilot, and then you all come in with this. You got to watch the baseball episode. The deal was in the fantasy football league. If I lost, I'd watch the pilot. I think JMB was the one that beat me, right?
No, it was me.
Was it you? Was it okay?
I beat you. That's the only one I care about, and then got my ass handed in like 12th place or something. What
we'll do is I'll talk to I don't want to out him. I have a friend who can obtain video files. Let's just say that. And
I got the password for you.
No, not the password. He will obtain the video file so that I can put it in my computer, and we can do a Patreon stream where anyone invited, but you can be on the show with me. And we'll watch this thing. So tell you what, I'll work on that, and I do owe it to you guys. I'll do it before, definitely, next month, birthday, make it part of the fun.
Sounds like a plan. And don't forget Addie's Wicked too.
I got to finish Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked Part 2, or the second, or whatever the next movie was called. Oh, Wicked for Good. That's what they called it.
I have to watch both.
I thought the deal was.
I didn't finish the first one.
Oh, you didn't finish? Oh, yeah. Oh shit! I thought you had finished the first one and were going on to part 2.
I got about 40% way through. Well, it wasn't like I turned it off because of the film. I didn't like the singing, but they're talented people. So I just wasn't like I was like I'll pick this up tomorrow, and tomorrow's been 3 months. What are you going to do? I have ADHD. I'm going to blame it on that.
Yeah, no, we got to get you medicated, young man.
I am medicated.
Well, then I don't know.
I just re-upped today.
I was going to say. Medication is a fun little guessing game with ADHD.
Well, I don't want to go on the heavy stuff. A psychiatrist wanted me on the heavy stuff. At anytime a doctor is like, "Hey, we'd like you on this medication," I'm like, "Oh, okay, sounds good." But if you get it, you have to take it before 9 a.m. every day, or you're going to be up till 4. That wasn't encouraging.
No, I feel you. All right. Well,
All
I'll
right.
let you go.
Yes.
And
Get out.
And we'll see little Stevie when he does his game and stream tonight.
He's here. He's going to be here.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I saw him in chat. He's lurking like you like to do sometimes.
Yeah,
we know you lurk on those gaming streams.
Yeah, I got to check on. It's a property. It's a franchise. I got to check to make sure it's being run right. All right. See you, Jared.
All right, later.
Let's bring him in because he is here. He's shaking your head already, huh? Producer Steve's here, everybody.
Keep my name out your mouth, Jared. No, I'm glad that you check in on the streams. I think everything's okay. I don't think we do anything. I haven't done anything to get you canceled or us canceled or
let me tell you
demonetized, anything like that.
In the year plus we've gone live, I'm Blathering live here. If Kingsport Cal or Scotty J. Rowe have not got me canceled, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. Agreed.
We're good.
And we've come close. I mean, not we, but like they have come close a few times. Yeah.
Very much. Yeah. Very generous super chat from Alan Smithy. Birthday money for buy taquitos and your favorite fast food Burger King. Can't do it. I almost died last night choking on a Wendy's burger, Steve.
Oh no. Was it a corner?
Yeah. Was it what?
Was it a corner of the burger? Like because it's a square burger? Damn, that wasn't
do that anymore. You know what?
They don't do the square burgers anymore?
No.
Really?
They've moved off their like signature.
What?
The meat, maybe the meat was square, but I got like some double decker thing and some bacon burger.
Okay.
I was at the Comedy Store with Mark Ellis and his buddy from high school, Jack, and we were hanging out. And Jack and I were, let's just say, a little drinky. And Uncle Mark got off stage, and he was like, "Hey, let's go home." And Jack and I were like, "Hey, Uncle Mark, how about some food? Would you like to get some food?" And so we bullied him into pulling into Wendy's. And I got to get this Wendy burger and a French fry. I took one French fry, put the French fries back in the bag, and then I'm eating and laughing. We're joking, we're talking, and we're driving over the mountain back to the Burbank area. And the burger, I took too big of a bite, and as happens with me occasionally, it wedged into my esophagus, Steve.
Oh no!
And couldn't go up, couldn't go down. And scared the bejeebus out of them. And then eventually I had to, you just kind of induce vomiting. And I forgot to take this is disgusting. I forgot to take the French fries out of the bag. Everything's ruined, Steve. Everything was ruined. And I scared those boys. I scared those boys.
You had to go all the way to like induction to solve this. I was going to say, what is your go-to in the moment when you're choking? What is your go-to, hey, everyone, I'm choking move? Like,
well, I'll say
what does
this.
Your cry for help look like?
this, and Addie says it happens to. I'm not alone. Other people I know have this, where it's not because I'm talking, and so if you're talking, you're not choking, right? And I'll just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
Right. Okay.
Because it spills into other areas where people get uncomfortable. But if you're like going, hey, I'm choking, you're not choking. You're breathing. So I was telling them, hey. This burger, hey, sorry, I got to interrupt the fun. This food's not going, it's not moving. Sorry. So they freaked out a little bit. They're like, do we got to pull over? And I just have to kind of like mentally get into the space. And then like, I used to not have to barf. I'd get up and I'd walk around.
Yeah.
This happens too many times. And then it's fine. But then you're messed up the rest of the night. So I don't know. I'm telling the story. I told you I had nothing to talk about tonight.
Yeah, well, that's so it's not like a puke and rally situation, because I feel like afterwards I would feel it's like if you're like drunk and you puke, you're like, oh, okay, now I feel better, I got it out of my system. That's more of like an icky burns.
It icky burns, okay. And then there's usually like tears. Not that I'm crying, but like my body reacts with tears and snot and everything. And then then I've got this bag of Wendy's, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And they're giving me napkins, and I'm like. Yeah, and we were driving to my house or dropping me off, and you just kind of, it's just a weird feeling because I'm convinced that might be how I die one day.
Well,
and I live alone, Steve.
You should have left that Wendy's. Like, you should have gotten an old DoorDash tag and like that one that didn't have your name on it, maybe, and leave that Wendy's bag in front of that weird neighbor's house of yours.
Oh yeah. Oh God, you know what the neighbor did the other day? I saw it happen. I was in the gym, my garage gym, looking out, and a solicitor came up to the door. He was canvassing the neighborhood, and I watched, and I couldn't hear, but I could tell that the neighbor came out and was like saying something. And look, I don't like solicitors at the door either, but the solicitor like backed off the porch, was like, I could see he was going like, got it, I got it, I'm getting it, I got it. And I was like, oh, it's gonna happen. Well, we're gonna have some violence in the front yard, but it was okay.
Yeah, especially when you have the sign out front that says, no soliciting, no knocking. And I love because we have one of those, and we still get the guy who like knocks on the door, then backs up a few feet from the door and is like, hey, I saw the sign. Just wanted to say we're in the neighborhood and blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
yes. Look, some of the folks are just, they're making a penny. They're just trying to put food on the table. They don't even care about the issues.
Shoo you away. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll ignore them. I'll ignore them. But if I have to answer the door, I'll be very nice. Almost to the point where I almost sign up for the magazines they're selling. Or I stop short of that, but hey, once you come back next month and check on me, maybe I'll buy them, and that kind of guy. All right,
one I really give into is the Girl Scouts, because cookies. But I've been saying this for years. The Girl Scouts could sell twice as many cookies if they brought like a limited supply or a limited sample amount with them while they're doing the sale, because they do the whole thing where you order and then they come back 3 weeks later. It's like, here's your cookies. Like, no, you need. It's 2026. We need some instant gratification. They need to stock these girls with cookies on both ends so that they have cookies on the sale front, and also, oh, you want more? Here, buy 3 boxes.
I think this is a good idea, because once you have a Thin Mint, for me, that's my number one choice, and no need to get into the debate on it. There's many Girl Scout cookies to choose from. But the Thin Mints, once I have one, there you go. I have the whole sleeve every time. So I think you're right.
Just have one, like Lay's.
Hey, here's a sample. Would you have because as I go into my local hardware store, oh yeah, absolutely, I'd love to have a Thin Mint. Yeah, absolutely, I'd be pulling cash out. They're expensive now. Steve. This is also part of the problem.
Yeah,
like the boxes we're getting like towards $6, $7, $8 out here.
Right, which is again another reason why I need cookies on the sales side and on the delivery side. Right, like you need to be providing more cookies because of yes, they are more expensive, but also I'm going to want to buy more cookies if I have it. It does now sound like I'm kind of advising on how you would sell drugs, but it works. Yeah, right.
It's a sugar drug. It's the same thing. It's a sugar drug.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. Oh, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Yeah. I paid. I didn't leave my house today, Steve. I kind of wanted to. I can't afford to leave. Gas right now, $6.59 a gallon here.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm like, I'd like to go to the grocery store and get some food, but I can't afford to. I can't fill up the car to go. Girl Scout cookies got to come down. The price has got to come down. That's what we got.
Inflation's a bitch. Yeah.
All right, let's take a call from Dr. Addie. We got about another half hour here. We'll take a call from Addie. But you're good? No, your kids in bed?
I'm good. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. I went to a 4-year-old's birthday today, Ken. So my day was pretty uneventful. So,
nothing bad happened at the 4-year-old birthday. What do you do at
what do you do at a 4-year-old's?
Yeah.
I hold my other child so that I don't have to do anything else, basically.
Do you?
Because the baby's there too, so you know what I mean. So it's like if I don't want to interact with all these other people, I'll just hold my baby and be like, "Oh, I'm taking care of the baby. You guys have fun." Yeah,
that's smart. Because you have kids. It's a different experience. I did attend a 2-year-old's birthday party recently, and happy to, but there was the parents outside, and the band singing, and then there was the rest of us. You know what I mean? They hired one of those little like yellow is the color of the sun.
Oh, love that.
Like they did that stuff.
Yeah. Love that. Okay.
God bless them. And so, but you're stuck. You like walk in both worlds because you don't want to talk to the parents, but you got kids.
Yeah, and my little one is little enough where it's like he needs 100% like supervision,
attention.
Right? Like he has to be right, and so he has to eat like every hour or whatever. So you're 2 hours, so you're always doing something with him, right? Or he's puking on himself, so you're changing him constantly. So I just kind of like owned that, so that I could, that was a full-time job for a few hours, and anyway, whatever. But no, I'm not going to a 4-year-old's birthday party unless I am hosting it. Or have to, you know what I mean? Like that's.
I agree with that.
Oof. We got there an hour late. The burgers are cold already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you get there late.
It's
So
an
we're
hour
getting
away,
the kids
man. It was
an hour away. Okay.
Yeah.
I
Things you
feel
do for
that.
love. The things you do for love.
Things you do for love. Yeah. I've been trying to explain the LA thing to some people in my life, especially some people who are new to California and LA, and they're like, I was like, I won't drive an hour away. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Tell me about it.
No,
Tell me
not
about
gonna do it. Not gonna do it. All right. Let's take a call from Dr. Addie. Dr. Addie is here. Addie, it's an Ask Me Something day. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm feeling like I've been replaced in science
By Jared's Voyager.
by Jared the
What
TIE
happened?
pilot. So I'm just
You know,
contemplating my usefulness.
it sounds like Jared's getting back for feeling he had nothing to do with the Massachusetts game, which wasn't true. We explained to him, but I think that's what's happening.
Well,
I missed something.
it's fine.
Yeah. Yep.
Men
All right.
taking women's jobs is nothing new.
You know,
I'll get
No,
back
that's
to the
true.
kitchen now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just the society rolls on, right? It's chugga chew chew is what Jared's saying right now, or chugga is probably more likely what he's doing. There you go. Yeah, laser bolt is a good idea. Time to start playing the bass, Addy, and you can take his place in Concepts of a Plan.
I don't think so. I tried to
No?
learn how to play the ukulele once. It did not end
Start.
well.
That's the start. How many chords did you get? Or do they have ukulele have chords? Yeah, I'm sure.
Ukulele had chords. I don't even think I got one.
It's hard. I had the G and the E and the guitar, and that was it. And that stretched the limits of my coordination.
I mean, I was a flautist for many, many years. So
You got the music in you.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that
You
a
all
flute?
can-
A flautist?
Yes, that is a flute.
A
What are we
flutist.
doing there? Yeah, what are we doing,
flautist?
flautist? What are we doing, Like, what is
pianist?
that? Come on, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's it's very old country, and I mean in a good way. Like music was bored or something over
sounds
there. Like
dirty.
well, penis does.
Flautist? No, flautist. Flautist sounds like something like a German word for like something they do that when the lights are turned off. Like
I don't know.
That's
I don't know what kind of
Flautist.
parties you're attending this weekend. When I hear flautist, I think of flautas, and now I get hungry.
Yeah. That's Mexican
Wait,
food. That's
Yeah.
Mexican food, Steve.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm uncultured. Yeah, I had Mexican for dinner, but yeah, I'm uncultured.
Yeah, well, you probably went to Taco Bell again.
No, I went to a local Mexican restaurant. It was
Oh,
very
yeah?
yummy.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the name of it?
Shit.
Yeah,
I can't pronounce it. I know what it is, but I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
pronounce it. To be
Okay.
fair, and I don't want to offend an entire culture of people by butchering their name.
Yeah.
Steve also
Cool.
has a girlfriend in Canada.
that's true.
No, don't tell Mrs. Producer that.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Eddie. Yeah, what's on your mind? What's your question? What are you doing? Where are we going?
Well, I mean, I've been working all day, so I'm just sort of in. I'm
All right.
still working. There's computers in front of me.
Still working. What may I
Yeah.
ask? What is a professor of smart things? What's the weekend work look like? Is this for your students, for your own research, without divulging details that might, be used by governments who are listening? What does work on the weekend mean for you?
So right now I'm on sabbatical, so there are no students.
Very spiritual.
It's very spiritual.
Mhm.
I am working on a project that I've been working on for a while that I'm trying to so when I lived on the Best Coast, I experienced wildfires
Right.
for the first time in my life.
Right.
And ever since then, I have had a research question about them
Ooh.
that I have been trying to answer. And I
Okay.
am very close to publishing all of my data for that research question. And so I have been spending my sabbatical processing data. And I
Okay.
have to give a seminar to all of my colleagues in my department after
Right.
Easter. And I don't have, I would like more data than I currently have for that seminar. So I am working the weekends.
All right. So you're getting data on the wildfires throughout history, throughout time. What are we doing? Again, don't give away your research that anyone else is going to steal. Just general.
Throughout a state in the Pacific Northwest from 2020 to 2023.
Okay. And then what are the data point, like the size, the speed, the weather, the damage?
I am looking.
Wildfires. Okay. Wildfires.
I am
Making sure
looking.
we're talking about the same thing.
I'm looking at a specific chemical that is in a lot of building materials to see whether or not there are elevated amounts of that chemical during these fires, since more and more structures are being burned and not just trees.
Okay. And again, without giving, I don't want anyone, you could have your version of Slugworth could be spying on you, trying to get information from you. But what would this? I guess the word I'm going to use prove, but I don't. That sounds not the right word. But what's the end result? What are you trying to learn from this? What do we need from this? This is fascinating to me.
So it's not necessary. Well, I'm seeking to prove that it is elevated during the fires, which no one has ever asked before. And by doing so, it's these chemicals have a lot of adverse health effects for humans. And it's just another thing that will kill you.
Great.
Add it to the list.
That we will now know about.
Fantastic.
One more thing to get stressed about. But I like this is as a fan of storm chasing, I know that there's some hobbyists, but then there's some people in the science world trying to learn more about that stuff. So I think this is valuable. I think it's fascinating. When it's published, does this change how we have to address you? Is this going to add to your titles?
Like Heisman Trophy winner, Dr.
Like,
Addy.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
No. I'm published already, and it didn't change how you address me. It's just.
Oh, excuse us.
We didn't know. Published scientist Professor Addy of Smart Things. It's
Yeah,
full title.
sabbaticals, seminars, data. This is way too smart and way above board for everybody here.
You're making slideshow presentations. You're making PowerPoints with all your data. I mean, come on.
I wrote an abstract today.
See?
An abstract?
An abstract.
I thought that was just art when you just like threw shit on the canvas and it wasn't actually anything. You just called it, boom, that's abstract art. That's not what that is.
Like
no.
me in this episode today. It's the abstract
there
episode.
you go. That's fair. Yeah, exactly.
It's all over the place. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going to be able to read this? Where can we read your first paper?
So the problem with me sharing my papers with you all is that they say where I work.
I mean, you redacted. Have Kash Patel redacted.
I was going to say, I imagine when they were looking through, Ken, like when the Iranians were looking through all the emails that they were going to steal, they're flipping. Because Kash, they had, leaked all his videos. I imagine they're like looking through everything. They see Addie was on the list, right? She's like, because they're like, oh, he's like, no. Kash Patel, there it is, Kash Patel. You know what I mean? They just, Addie's file was like kind of, they're rifling through things and they passed by Addie just to get right to Mr. Patel.
Yeah. That's what I think.
You're good, Addie. You're good. You don't have to worry.
You're in the clear. You don't have to reveal anything. You don't have anything. David's right. If you want to get it redacted, don't go to Kash Patel. And he did spell it with the $, which Kesha did first. So
yes.
I do have a follow-up question for both of you.
Yes, please.
How were your Thursday nights / Friday mornings?
Totally fine. Yeah. I went for a walk with Franny and alcohol burned off probably within a half hour.
Okay.
It's good.
I had four pieces of toast, 3 glasses of water.
Yeah.
And then I had a glass of water when I woke up in the morning. As soon as the first thing I did when I woke up was drink a giant glass of water, and I was good to go.
Steve, I'm so proud of you. Water and breadstuffs.
I know. It's not my first. I'm 35. It's not my first rodeo.
I'm 50. It spiked. Like I got off the show and was a little like, Franny, you want to go for a walk? It was a little like that. But Kingsport Cal says they barely drank anything. I agree with Kingsport Cal, but I think the back-to-back-to-back whiskey shots is what you feel. Yeah.
We had 5 whiskey shots within like 15 minutes. That's not nothing. And I was also drinking, you know, a couple beers before that, so which is definitely not good.
I had water.
But no, I walked out of my office and my wife is in the living room and was just like, "The hell's wrong with you?" Because I was just sweating bullets at that point.
I think I sweat most of it out. Yeah, after my walk. On my walk.
Yeah.
We'll do it again, Steve. We'll do it again.
Yeah,
I still have that whiskey. I still have that whiskey
Yeah,
bottle.
I had a lot of fun.
I'm not no lightweight Kingsport Cal. You've seen me on drunk movie fights. I achieve another plane of existence when I drink.
Yeah, I don't get out much, man. I'm a father of two. My social life ends at 8 p.m. pretty much every night. I don't. If I'm
ends
drinking,
here.
It's with my dog or my wife. Yeah, or with
It ends
you
here. You
on
know,
the
I don't
internet.
cheat.
Yeah.
There's water in the beer. There's water in beer, says Alan. There was someone who on one of the drunk movie fights. I will never reveal it. We caught them cheating. They were accidentally not accidentally, but they had intentionally put water in what we thought was a drink.
Oh, that's heady play. Okay, so they were faking being drunk. Or
Yes,
they were just kind of taking advantage.
but they
of you
did
guys?
have some. But also, I think everyone else around them was getting drunk, and so they didn't notice it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the worst.
what it
Dude, no one wants to hang. No one wants to be the one sober person with like 3 other drunk people trying to like do the same, like especially in something like movie fights, you know what I mean? Trying to all be on the same speed there. No, that's not cool.
Yeah,
It's a heady play, but that's not cool.
All right, we're gonna get to Cal. Addie, get back to work, but you're doing good stuff.
Get back.
Get back to work.
I've been
You
working
shouldn't
this
cut
whole
her off.
time. I don't know what you all are talking about.
There you go.
Look,
Uh,
my computer.
all right. And you're not replaced. Science is back when you are ready for it, because I know you've been busy.
Yes. What is this week?
I don't even know. We're heading into April.
It's almost
which is
Easter. Let's think of some. Addie, I want to know science things related to Easter. Let's figure
great.
that
Is
out. We'll talk.
the Easter Bunny real?
Okay,
Well, that's for Jerry.
like
That's probably more of a Jerry
secular
question.
Easter or religious Easter?
We'll figure it
'Cause I
out.
don't
We're
know if I
gonna-
wanna
All of it.
go-
All
No.
of it. All of it.
We'll talk. I have an idea. I'll throw it
Oh,
in the
Steve's got an idea. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Addie,
Discord me.
thank you. Discord it. All right. Let's go ahead and close the show with wishing, I should say, happy birthday to one of our favorites. A belated happy birthday to Kingsport Cal. Cal, how you doing? Cal, you're muted.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All
How
right.
was your birthday?
Birthday was good. Well, I had to work on my birthday again,
That's
which
sad.
is
Okay.
it's not sad. It's not sad.
That's fine.
It's called responsibility again. I can't just willy-nilly take
Mark
off
that down,
because that's
Steve.
the day that I was
Yeah.
born.
Yeah.
That I feel that everybody should focus on me. I hate that. That's one thing
Mark
I
this
hate
down,
about
Steve. Work. All right. I worked too on my
Work
birthday.
is-
All right, but
work
what did
is
you do?
important.
Well, but hold on. You could celebrate beyond the 24 hours. What else did you do?
yeah.
What did you
Well,
do this
yeah.
week to celebrate your birthday?
Yesterday, I went and done one of my favorite things in the
Careful.
world. I played pool
Oh, okay.
with some friends, but because these motherfuckers, they're like, Calvin, it's your birthday. You got to do something. I ain't got to do shit. First of all, kid, I ain't got to do a goddamn thing.
Hell yeah.
I thought that was part of the birthday thing. Is that you don't have to do anything. It's your
Uh-huh.
day.
Uh-huh.
So anyway,
Yeah.
I'm taking
Okay.
the day to do my nothing, but I'm planning on getting drunk tonight. Thing.
Oh,
Okay.
how much what are you drinking and how much tonight?
What? Take a guess of what I'm drinking.
I don't know. It's your birthday. You could be doing something. You could be doing tequila
What do I
shots.
always drink?
You always drink like some weird beer.
PBR.
Weird PBR. I was about to say it.
PBR light. Anyway, but no, I played pool
that's
yesterday
the
with
thing.
some friends,
Okay.
and I have kind of an advice question about that, and I'm
Okay.
glad Steve's here for that.
Oh, good.
But I wanted to say though, I did want to say, I could also talk about did I ever tell you about the time I almost died at the house?
Cal, you know you're live on a show, right?
I know that.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Do I care? No. Listen. Okay, let me do this real quick. Let me tell you
Okay.
this real quick. You said you didn't have anything planned. This reminds me
but-
of
$9 super chat.
this reminds me
Okay,
of
okay. You're
school
now.
planning.
Hold on. You're gonna tell me. You're gonna tell me how you died, which is a separate story from the pool advice question, right?
Well, no. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to tell
Okay.
you real quick. I think I've
All right.
said this before,
Okay.
but about 4 years ago, you was talking about almost dying at your house, okay, and living alone. This is why
Right.
I'm saying it.
Okay.
Is because that was one day. It was about 4 years ago. I was off on
Uh-huh.
a weekend, and I was drinking PBR. I wasn't drinking PBR light because it hadn't been invented at that
Don't
time.
do that
Anyway, it
anymore.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
was drinking PBR, and I was eating Twizzlers. Okay,
Okay.
and
That
at
doesn't
one
go together.
point,
Breakfast of
That,
champions.
that doesn't go
at
together.
one point, well, it was late night. I was
Keep going. Keep
anyway. It
going.
doesn't matter.
Keep going.
So,
Power
so
through.
I was eating Twizzlers and I was drinking. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't
Yeah.
exactly drunk. I was probably buzzing. But
Okay.
anyway, I
Yeah.
started choking. I started
I was driving,
choking
you start driving.
on the Twizzler. I wasn't driving. I was choking on the Twizzler,
Okay.
and I was by myself, of course, and I freaked out,
Uh-huh.
and I started doing the where you hit your abdomen,
Okay. Like a
and that
self
wasn't
Heimlich.
working.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, that wasn't working. So I
Okay.
ran into the kitchen. Excuse me. And I ran into the kitchen and I pulled a chair out and I
Mhm.
hit my abdomen up with that chair.
This is
And all
great.
of a sudden a piece of Twizzler just flew out. and I fell back. And I fell back. I mean, literally, I was hit my chest with that chair, and that piece of Twizzler flew out onto the kitchen table. And I fell back onto the floor and I laid there and I thought, this is how I'm going to die.
Yeah, I
This is
feel
what's
that.
going to
I feel
happen.
that. I feel that.
This is
Yeah,
what's going to happen.
I have. First of all, what this tells me, Steve, back me up here, is Cal's good in an emergency. Thinks on his feet, comes up with solutions. When the first one doesn't work, he seeks something else out. I think I trust you more than I did before this call, Cal.
Ken, my life was on the line, and I was the only person to save it.
Basic survival instinct. kicked
You
in.
see what I'm
Basic
saying?
survival. This guy's got it. Okay, I do have one question.
Yes,
I do have one question. I do have one question, Cal. Then I want to hear. I want to hear your advice question for Steve. Apparently not me.
Yeah. Well, both of you. I need two perspectives on it.
How did the Twizzler choke you?
I do not know, dude.
Did it go down sideways?
I don't know, but all I know is the red Twizzlers. Although I do like black licorice. Somebody brought that up, but Vermont Mott brought that up. But I do like the red Twizzlers. I have no idea, but I had that big pack, that family size pack that you're not supposed to eat by yourself.
You talk about the bucket. You get the big
Look at
bucket.
that family pack. Yeah.
I know
yeah.
the bucket. I know the bucket, but not that. Steve knows what I'm talking about. The little plastic family size
Okay.
pack. I
Okay.
had that. You're not supposed to eat that by yourself.
Okay.
I was drunk. I was kind of probably high. I don't remember. And I was eating that stuff.
Okay.
I was eating it, and
Drugs
all of a
kill.
sudden, it got lodged in my throat. Anyway, but I
Steve.
saved myself.
Okay.
And I would never forget that.
Hold on. I'm going to get to your question. Steve, do you have a theory on how this Twizzler got stuck in his throat? I think he took too big of a bite and it turned sideways. That some bitch turned sideways.
Yeah, either turned sideways or it like unraveled. You know how because like Twizzlers are like braided.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of like unraveled
Okay.
in his throat like a Twizzler squid, and it just kind of plugged.
I don't think I could try to choke myself on a Twizzler and succeed. I think that's only accidental.
They're
Well,
pretty, like, I
nobody
don't know. I mean,
tried to choke themselves on anything, Ken. This just happened to me. I was getting a little. I was like I said.
Okay.
I was high a little bit, and I was drinking.
Again, I've said drugs kill.
And I was
just say no.
I was just in the moment.
You and Jared should say no.
There you go.
To drugs.
Nancy Reagan is
Also, I want to tell Scarlet Wolf just put red vines are better than Twizzlers. I'm sorry, you're wrong. I am a Twizzler family, son. This is a Twizzler family.
Oh, he's getting indignant. You hear that? He's getting indignant, Steve.
Get the hell out of here with red vines.
Okay.
Red vines has
red vines are they taste better. Twizzlers they're too soft. They're too soft. They're too soft. Twizzlers to me are too soft. Red vines, you got to kind of work through. You got to tear through them. It's like the jerky of the candy world.
I will agree to disagree with you on this, Ken. This is
Airheads.
the worst hot take. Airheads.
It's not a hot take.
Steve, I bought some Airheads today. What's your best flavor, Steve, of Airhead?
Okay, we're talking about Airheads now.
Cal,
Yeah,
don't
he
judge
mentioned
Cal. Don't take this the wrong way, but I like the
What?
white. I like the white Airheads.
The white mystery. I'm behind that.
As
My
you should,
favorite
yeah.
is the green. My favorite is the green.
Green is good,
but I
Green
like
is
the white
good.
mystery.
Okay.
Go
The
All right,
white
Cal.
mystery. Let me
All right.
tell you something, Steve. Let
Okay.
me tell you something that
Okay,
I
Cal.
learned not too
Okay.
long ago.
Tell me.
The
Steve.
white
Tell me,
mystery.
Cal. Mm-hmm.
The white mystery is the
Mhm.
excess of
Mhm.
all the different colors.
Same with
They
white people.
they
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Mm.
They
Smart.
do that. They do that. That's like the
Okay.
runoff, and they
Okay.
just
Yeah.
make it. It's this
Okay.
combination of all the colors.
Okay.
That's all white mystery is.
Okay.
I know my Airheads history, son. I've been
Okay.
eating Airheads since
Oh,
like 1994.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. Okay. All right. Ask your advice question, Cal.
all right. Well, it's more of a moral.
No. Ask the
It's-
advice
it's
question.
still-
Just ask the question.
it's still
I just asked the
advice.
question, Cal. Cal, this isn't a live stream. This is a live radio broadcast. The entire world's listening to you. Okay,
You
you take
said today-
you take these kind of rambling questions to some of those other goddamn live streams you watch that I know you watch. I know you watch them.
You
I
probably
know
have
that-
my entire YouTube history.
I know
of watching.
you watch shows of people I don't think you should be watching.
I don't give a fuck what you think, Ken. I watch what I want to watch.
Attaboy, Cal. You tell
You
him.
should just be happy that I watch you.
Tell him, Cal.
I
I
am
don't
happy
know.
that you watch me.
From now
I'm happy
down
that
here.
you survived your goddamn Twizzlers and you're here hanging out on my show where you
Anyway,
should be all the
anyway.
time. Okay.
Anyway,
going
check this out. I can't be here all the time, Ken. I have a job. I have things I have to do. I'd love to be here all the time. I would, but I can't. I have to
Okay.
pay bills. But look, okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I discovered. Well, I didn't discover it because I already knew it. But I can remember I told you I played pool the other night. Well, last night. And
Yeah, I remember that 22 minutes ago. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
All right, you played pool.
Well,
What's your question about the pool?
Well, the thing is, during
Uh-huh.
that time, I was with a lot of friends and stuff like that.
Okay.
This is where the vice comes in.
Okay,
Or a
okay,
moral
okay.
dilemma. A
Okay.
moral dilemma.
What's the moral dilemma?
Okay, a friend of mine,
Mhm.
died. Like I don't know, like 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember.
Okay. Rest in peace.
But yes, he wasn't necessarily a best friend, but he's a
Uh-huh.
friend of mine. And
I don't
he
need
was
that. He died.
He was with this chick,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh,
turns
okay.
out,
I like where
turns
this is going.
out.
Uh-huh.
No, this is why I need you. Steve.
Sorry.
I
He
need both of y'all.
Oh, okay,
Power
hold on.
through,
I got. Do you? When you hear my voice, do you hear it? I'm just. I want to ask that question. When I speak, do you hear it? I don't know. Maybe you don't. Cal, you said he was with some chick.
Yeah,
Okay, which is a word, Steve. Sometimes they use.
Whatever,
Yeah,
We're still
I'm
doing
a-
chick in 2026. That's okay.
I'm a
Go ahead,
child
Cal.
of the
Power through.
'90s. I do
Yes,
not.
it's fine. Cal, go
I
ahead.
will
I'm
not.
saying it's fine, but
So he had a
apologize
lady.
for any-
He had a. You should apologize. He had a
No.
special lady friend, and he died 6 years ago. We'll get back to the story. Where are we at?
6
you
or
say
7.
female at least.
Anyway, I'm a born from the '90s. I was in my.
We're past that. We're past that. You're past that.
So,
What's the moral dilemma? This guy's
the
playing.
dilemma is this. This
Mhm.
dilemma is this. The dilemma is this. This
Okay.
chick is into me. Okay, and I can tell she's into me.
This
She
young lady
pretty
is into
much-
you.
Pretty much expressed it, and I
Okay.
know it. And okay,
Okay.
here's the thing. Now
Mhm.
here's the thing. He's dead.
Yeah.
There's no going back from that. We know that.
Okay.
But you know,
Well, not after 6 years.
It's not like he
Well,
almost died on a Twizzler. Okay. Okay.
But
So is.
here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I could. This is a sure thing. Steve, I know you. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is
Why
a
are you
sure
talking to
thing.
Steve? Steve hasn't dated since the 90s.
I know, but I need this.
Shots
I need this.
fired.
Okay.
Because I need the morality here. I
What
need to
is
know.
the
True, but it
question,
hurts.
Cal? What is the question? Is the question,
question is
should you
this.
have sexual intercourse with this dead man's girl? Is that the question?
Well, here's the thing. Like when in school, we were in high school when this happened. Now I've always
Wait,
liked
wait a
this
minute,
girl.
wait a
I
minute.
always
You-
liked this
Hold
girl.
on,
I
now
didn't
I'm
try.
Hold on.
Oh, Christ almighty.
The guy died 6 years ago. Are
Yes.
you talking about the guy or her?
Listen. I
The
had
lady.
a thing for her. I had a thing for this chick in high school, and she
Can
got
we try
with
to use the word lady? Can we try to use the word lady?
No, we cannot. Because
Can't.
why? You can't censor me, Ken. Listen,
I could just hang up. I just want to get to the end of the story. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you,
fade
but you
down
keep
slightly
telling me to
and
say
then fade back
lady
up
instead of
with-
chick.
I'll tell you what, because you're like an open mic comic. I could see your punchline 5 miles away.
That's not a punchline.
You
It's
liked
just
her in high school.
casualness.
You
I think
liked
I could
this.
have asked
You
this question
liked
before.
this young woman in high school.
I
Life
haven't
took
asked
you.
this question before.
Life took you in different directions. She ends up with this guy. This guy chokes on a Twizzler and dies. It's 6 years
No,
past.
listen.
Now you're playing pool together, and now she's like, "What's up, cowboy?" And you're like, "I want to do it," but you're worried about the ghost of your dead friend. Did I get it right?
Pretty much, but in a morale sense, would it be ethically right for me to act on that? I know he
Yes.
was my friend. He wasn't my best
Yes.
friend.
Yes.
Oh, Christ Almighty!
Yes.
Dude, you act like he was like. Cal, the way you started this
It's a
conversation
brother,
was like this person was
Steve.
actually important to you. No. The
He
only
was
people that
important
are
to
on
me, but he wasn't
Cal,
my best.
let's be very clear. No, the only people that are on the do not bang my girlfriend list are like siblings, you know,
People that
like
are alive.
very close, like people who were like your groomsmen. Like, yeah, people that are alive is a good qualifier, but I'm just saying like that close knit of friends. If there's like an acquaintance I had or a friend I had, like some dude I went to a ball game with or something once or twice, and like in 10 years, and he died, and 10 years later, I have the opportunity to bang his smoking hot girlfriend, I'm gonna do that. Like, what are we talking about?
Steve, could you use the word intercourse?
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, so then if
He
you're
wasn't
okay,
an acquaintance. He's not an acquaintance, and he wasn't a best friend. I don't know what to call.
I don't.
it.
That's it.
He was a
best
pal.
friend
He was
is
a
the
friend.
line. He wasn't a best friend. It's okay.
And he
I'll tell
wasn't
you.
an acquaintance.
Oh, hold on. I'll even tell you this. I don't care if he was your best friend. I don't care if he walked you down the goddamn aisle or you walked him down the goddamn. He's dead. You have feelings. You're 6 years past. I don't think it's weird. One of my friends is dating, seriously dating a man who they were set up by his ex-wife. Was like, hey, we're getting divorced. You should be up next. And it's all great.
Oh,
And it's all great.
See,
Cal?
To tell Steve, this is why I need to both respect us, because Ken is at the point to where his friends and people are dying or getting divorced in that case. He's in that space, and then Steve knows the protocols from before you were married. You see what I'm saying?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
So
see
that's
what you're
why I
saying.
needed both.
I don't.
Of
I
course
don't see
you
what you're saying.
Of course you don't, Ken,
Okay,
because you don't
so-
want to.
So,
But yeah,
I'm fine with it. Okay, I'm fine. I don't have the ick on this. Steve, you don't have the ick on this, right?
No, not at all. No.
Cal, you're not confessing a sin yet.
no.
Take this
No.
woman
Yeah. Nice.
out
lady.
for a nice proper dinner at an eating house, and then intercourse all night.
To
Nice
tell you what,
seafood.
Ken, I don't even have to do any of that. All I have to do is stand up.
be a
I don't
gentleman,
need. I
Cal.
don't need to know what you need to do. I don't need to know what you need to do.
I can still be
See,
a
look at this.
gentleman.
Look at this. Look at this. Hold
Whoa.
on. Professor Addy says, I'm a chick and I don't have the ick on this. You
There
got
you go.
got so much
Good.
approval.
Yeah.
You got so much approval. You better be knocking boots within the hour.
Well, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't even have to do that. I can still be a gentleman, Steve. I can cook. All I have to do is send an FB message, which is a Facebook message. All
Yeah, I
have
know.
to do
You
is
write
send
on
an FB
Facebook like
message.
you're from 2007.
You got
All right.
you goddamn right. But I can. All I have to do is send a messenger message.
Have fun, Cal.
Okay. Cal,
Have fun,
I'm
Cal.
going to go walk my dog.
And
I'm
it's
gonna go walk
all-
my dog.
You know what I'm saying?
I want
You
the
know what I'm
update. Cal, I know what you're saying. What is my one rule for all of you in my audience? What's the rule?
What?
Jared the Tie Pilot
Hold on.
knows. Jared the Tie Pilot knows.
I don't follow the rules, kid.
The rules around here are drink and fuck. Okay? That's the rules.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Well, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, we haven't, by the way, Brady hasn't called. I'm calling Brady out, Steve. Brady hasn't called in for like 2 months. I think we scared Brady. I think we
No.
scared Brady by telling him to go to San Francisco and count the ceiling tiles. I think we scared Brady.
I think Brady is plotting that out. I think y'all put the bug in him and made him realize what he needed to do.
Oh, do we?
And he's planning it out. Brady is he's the
No,
salt.
you know what it is? You know what it is, Steve? You know what Cal just put in my head? We just kingpin Brady.
Wait, what do you
he's the Randy Quaid character from Kingpin.
mean?
Where suddenly we're like Brady go forth and drink and bleep and now he's like it's he ain't coming back.
Yeah,
He ain't coming back.
He's been unleashed.
Yeah. All right,
Brady
Cal.
Cal, is that a knife?
All right,
I
Cal.
hear clicking in the background. Don't
Yeah,
play
you
with
got a
that
knife
when
click?
your lady
All right.
friend comes over.
Yeah,
Cal?
yes, this was a birthday present to me from a friend of
Shouldn't have
mine.
asked.
This is
I'm sorry, Cal.
the
Should've asked. Yeah,
petrified
should've
fish.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Okay,
I'm
Cal.
sorry.
It
This
sounds
is
like
the
quite frankly sounds like you're confessing a crime. And I'm gonna have
Don't
somebody.
get the
Cal?
Discord
Wait a minute,
support.
Cal?
let me tell him what this is.
No, I got a dog that needs walking, and I got to finish my
fade
taxes.
down?
This is a great knife, Steve.
Can I
This is the
flip this
petrified
up?
fish tunny. Nice
Okay.
knife.
Cal,
Anyway,
happy
all
birthday!
right, all right. Thank
I
you,
want an up.
thank
Are you listening to me? I want an
Yes.
update. Go woo this
Oh.
woman and intercourse her, and then tell us how it happened. I mean, not the
I'm-
details.
I'm
Not the
not gonna
details.
go into details.
Oh God,
But
that's.
I'm-
I got
Sure.
that's. Now I'm going to get
That's
canceled if he
not-
calls back
yeah,
with the
don't-
details.
I've already thought about this, but I just needed to go ahead from the two of you. Okay, it's all I wanted.
You got it.
All I
Cal,
wanted.
happy birthday. He's gone. He's gonna have a great time. He's gonna have a great time.
I hope so.
Steve.
I hope so.
Amazing.
Someone has to.
There we go. We did it. I almost didn't have a show tonight. I almost
We
said,
did something.
I said I don't want to talk on air tonight. I've been staring at taxes all day. My dog's barking at me. My neck is fucked up. I can't move my neck. But here we go, Steve. We had a wonderful show tonight. Very
Good.
generous super chats.
Good.
Addie is sharing some very important information. We learned a lot about Kingsport, Cal, that will be probably needed as evidence in a court case. And I think that's what's important tonight. And we celebrated a birthday with Cal.
Yeah. I'm too busy to get subpoenaed, so let's not do anything too illegal.
Yeah, let's not do it. Let's not do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. All good.
All right. There you go. That's it. We're out of here.
We did it.
Back Monday. I hope to have some guests Monday for, I know this, but it might be the week after. We'll figure that out. And appreciate all. And yeah, birthday blather stream for me around probably that April 17th, 16th, 17th range. My birthday's on the 19th. What is that, a Sunday this year? I don't know, but stay tuned for that. It'll be a lot of fun, and you guys can help me make it something special. We'll figure out what to do. Steve, thanks for putting your kids in a basket probably out of my door and hanging out here on the show.
Yeah, they'll be fine. All good.
Just got to shake it every now and then. That's it. Thank you all. Head over to patreon.com/Napzok. Subscribe there. Support there. Any level. Get my show, Pop Rockin' Radio, new this weekend. All right. Bye.